Hey, today we're in the neighborhood of Tomarang, and surprise, surprise, we're going to be building some townhouses. I know that the townhouse thing has been done to death by this point, but let me have my moment. Let me do it. So the lot is called the Isda Riverfront, and it came with a bonus palm tree, so of course I was obliged to keep that one. I would love to tell you that this design is all mine and I thought it up with my own brilliant mind, but no, I saw it on Airbnb and I think it was in Thailand or the Philippines, and I thought, hey, that looks good. I'd like to make that in The Sims. And no, I wasn't looking at places to go on holiday. I was literally looking for house plans that I could make on The Sims, which is kind of sad. Like, play Sims, go on holiday. No, play Sims. I'm sure I'm not the only one that does this, okay? If you do it, you let me know so I don't feel alone. Anyways, it was only the outside design of the house that I copied. The colors, the windows, everything inside, it's all from my own mind. You can already tell that the build is taking shape, but it really did take me a long time to get the outside done. And it was the windows that got me. It actually wasn't the color like I expected. It seems really silly, but when I first got the for rent pack, I immediately just started playing like with the rent feature in the apartments that I had already built, which obviously didn't include the rent pack items from the build by catalog. So this build is actually the first time that I got to see majority of the items in the build by catalog. And so of course I wanted to use the build by items like as much as possible in this build. And so I wanted the windows that came with it on the front of these buildings, and it just wasn't working. It did not look good. They were either too small, too big, or not the right color. So for the front of the building, I ended up using a window from Cats and Dogs, which is so sad. It really is. But the rest of the building does have the windows from the for rent pack, so that's okay. Oh, and just to note, because this design is based off of like a real life build, of course, there is a driveway, so I do end up putting some vehicles in the driveway, but it is fully fenced across at the front, and I did try to make it look like it had a gate that opened. It just wasn't working, so we're all just gonna pretend like there is a gate and it's built into the fence, and it opens and they can still get their vehicles out if they want. That's what we do in The Sims. We just pretend, okay? When things aren't working, we're just pretending. When we make up storylines, we're just pretending. So based on me watching other YouTubers play The Sims, there tends to be three categories when it comes to The Sims. So we got the people that really like gameplay and spend most of their time doing stuff with gameplay, people that spend most of their time in cast, and also people that spend a lot of their time building. So I've concluded that I must be a build girly because I do spend most of my time building in The Sims. Don't get me wrong, I do like gameplay as well, but I actually do spend more time building things than I do in actual gameplay. And I do tend to get bored playing with like just one household, so I have multiple on the go all the time, and that could honestly just be me not enjoying gameplay as much. I don't know. But regardless, I am a build girly, and that was the conclusion that I drew. So if you're the same and you tend to like spend most of your time building, I think this pack is something that you would like. There are so many items that are just absolutely gorgeous, and personally I love all of the patterns that come with the tiles. We've got 3 different tile sets that have different patterns in them. I tend to go more neutral with my builds, but I do actually really appreciate that they've added like a bunch of different colors in here. You'll see on the second unit, the one right in the middle, that I go full out with the color. I just couldn't stop myself, so there's clashing colors everywhere. It honestly goes against everything I know, but I think it ended up really good. The middle one is my favorite apartment. Or townhouse. It's a townhouse, not an apartment. And yeah, there are a lot of cool furniture pieces too. I think my favorite actually is a dresser, which is so random. It's literally just a dresser, but it's the one with the semicircle like handles on them. I love it so much. This pack also comes with 3 new plants, so like a tiny one that can go on your dressers and your counters, and then it comes with 2 other ones, like a big fern, like a massive fern. So I couldn't fit it inside, but it fits outside. And then there's just a really nice inside potted plant that's a better size. You can fit it inside, that's for sure. Oh, and then of course there's this like fish light that I just put in the bathroom. I think that's pretty cool too, but it's not for everyone. So yeah, there's like a lot of cool things that you can get in the build by catalog. I think the Creator Sim items, they're okay. I don't know if it'd be worth buying the entire pack if it was just like if you were only going to use it for the Creator Sim items. And then in regards to the gameplay, like I honestly don't think that I have personally played enough to be able to draw a conclusion whether or not it's like good or not. I have watched other people play and give their opinions on it, and I know that the Tomarang neighborhood has like basically nothing to do. Like there's a lot of rabbit holes, and in the way of like exploring things, it's just I don't know, not that exciting it seems. So yeah, I mean, maybe the neighborhood's not that exciting, but I do think that this pack is worth it just to unlock the ability to have like multi-family on like one lot, because you don't necessarily need to be a landlord or anything. You could have granny flats, you could like live with family, you know, all the things like that. So if that's something you wanted to have in your gameplay, then I definitely think the pack is worth it. Anyways, we're finally up to my favorite townhouse, the one right in the middle, bright blue. Bright blue stands out like dog balls. This one is more family orientated, so it's got the hopscotch outside, and then I put one of those plastic chairs out there that's like facing the hopscotch, so you know the parents can sit outside, watch their kids playing. You know, like wait and see if anyone's gonna trip and fall over and scuff their knee on the hard surface. But yeah, that's the vibe for this family. So I imagine that they're kind of chaotic. Like there's a lot going on. And like when you go inside, I put a lot of patterns down, I put a lot of colors down. So again, there's more, even a lot more going on inside. So it's kind of like, it's the vibe. It's like a little messy family, but they all love each other and they have that really strong connection. So generally townhouses, they're all like built the same and they all have the same kitchen layout, the same bathroom, blah, blah, blah. I wanted to switch it up in these ones. So this one has a different kitchen to the first townhouse. The third one has a different kitchen to the both of them as well. The bathroom is in the same place, but again, different colors, different layout. So the kitchen in this one, it's like bigger than the one that we previously did. They managed to have like a dining table, so I don't think there was a dining table in the first one. And then we've got like a very tiny, small TV area. It's almost like, I don't know, their lives are so chaotic and they're too busy with the children or like what's happening in their lives. So I would imagine like the mum and the kids, they don't necessarily watch TV, but perhaps the father wants to like sit down at the end of the day and watch his like one TV channel or his one TV show, just one, and then that's it for the rest of the night. Yeah, I don't know, it just kind of seems like a genuinely nice family would live in this townhouse. So this is another area that's differing from the first townhouse, and so I tried to fit 2 bedrooms in here. It did work. It was a little squishy, like I'll admit that. But if you had 4 Sims in here, for example, it would still function fine. I don't really know if I'd want to be sharing the one bathroom with all of these Sims though. And I only put a bathtub in. That was mainly to accommodate the children, young children, like toddlers or something like that. And I didn't want to put one of those ones with the shower in it as well because I knew it was going to clip with the window. So yeah, their bathing time just got twice as long. I don't know. This family would have to get along, basically. I don't think they have any other choice. And we are on to our final townhouse, number 3. This one comes out a lot more plain than the others, but also a little more updated in some places. For example, this one has 2 bathrooms, so an ensuite attached to the master bedroom and then the main bathroom downstairs. So I was picturing this one to have once been the landlord's house, but it's no longer the landlord's house, so maybe that's why it's a little updated, I don't know. Maybe that's why he's got the more fancy squatting toilet instead of the lower end one, even though it's not that much fancier. But yeah, this one in comparison to the other 2 is actually quite boring. And what I was imagining when I was creating it is like some corporate single guy, and this is like his bachelor townhouse, and he only has his friends over for dinner and stuff. He's very close with his friends and not so much his family. He wants to live that single and loving it lifestyle, you know? I feel like though he does have a main squeeze. It's just it doesn't have like a title around it. It's not official. But this house is like decorated nicely and very clean looking. And I'm not saying that a dude couldn't do that, but it feels like it has a woman's touch. Listening back, I just realized how bad my vocabulary is. Like I'm calling a guy a male dude. I'm calling a woman accompanying the male his main squeeze. It's just Take a guess how old I am. Anyways, enough of the past. We look forward to the future. But do you see what I mean by woman's touch though? Like it's there's a pillow on the bed. Like I add an additional pillow. Like I just did that because I thought it looked good, but it does fit the storyline. I just realized that there's actually 4 plants that come with this new pack. So the one that I just put down is Birds of Paradise. Comes in a beautiful vase that has like multiple lovely swatches. So yes, we're all in it for the plants. I mean, I love plants, and if you do too, then the ones in this pack are worth it. The top floor of these townhouses isn't very exciting because it's like actually quite a small space, but they each have like a skill item, I believe. So the first one had a yoga mat, the second one had a easel, and also a little kids area as well. And this one is fully equipped with a bar. So living that bachelor life, you know, you're gonna make the drinks for your friends. Each of these townhouses also have their own electrical box and hot water system, so it's probably more likely that there's going to be maintenance jobs that are needed in here. And of course, I have put this build on the gallery, so if you would like it, my EA ID name is in the description. And we're actually coming to the end of the build now. We're just doing the last little bits of landscaping. So I think all of these plants actually came from Debug. Debug has some amazing plants in it. And also pots, like big pots that you can put these plants into. So it's actually, yeah, it's really nice. I definitely recommend the Debug plants, and they're free. So like you can't get any better than that. But yes, we are finishing up. So just before we head into the tour, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, click the like button because I like to see that you like watching. Thank you so much. Okay, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.